We are Steve and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I am Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today's Jack Thursday. I'm going to talk about where to start in real estate, and honestly, where not to start.
Is it going to
Why?
be more about where not to start?
Why do I know about where not to start in real estate? Because that's where I started.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can tell you all this. You know what? I swear this is why you're here and listening. I hope, and I know for many of you, this is why you're in Land Academy. Like,
Besides the fact
I'd
that you
rather
have,
pay you guys and not do it and hear all about the stuff that you failed on and what got you here today. It's so much faster and cheaper for me to just join and go with what you got figured out. Ding ding. Yep.
that and the fact that you have real low standards, and we appreciate that.
Oh, it's silly.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel. Comment on the shows you like.
Daniel wrote, "Hey everybody, I'm getting very close to finishing my first mailer and I am very excited about it. I'm hitting a little bit of a wall though when calculating my offer price per
Acre, just say.
acre."
It's supposed to be PPA, yeah.
Okay, got it. I'm going, what is PPE? Okay, price per acre. After using web scraping software and plugging my numbers into the equations, or plugging the numbers into my equations, the results are a bit wild.
Yep.
Upon further inspection, it seems that the reason is because the MLS in this area is responsible for less than 40% of all the listings here for land on Zillow, and they're not accurately representing the listings.
Welcome to my world.
This is true. For example, 0.002 acres is going for $30,000, while another 7 acres is listed for $1,000, and so on. Nearly all of them are mislabeled. Sorry. This happens. And without elaboration in the descriptions. Yeah. Does anyone know a way to efficiently circumvent this dud data? For what it's worth, I have both WebHarvey and Octoparse as my web scrubbing apps. Sorry for the wall of text. That's so funny.
Daniel, you are going to be amazingly successful in your real estate career.
Yeah.
I put this on Jack Thursday for a reason. This is absolutely the norm for scraping data, the way that we teach it, and coming up with the offer prices. Mm-hmm. What you're experiencing is it's not the exception, it's the norm. You scrape all the active and sold properties in a zip code, and you find what you're solving for is a retail price per acre from which you can submit offers to all the owners in the area at a much discounted price. So if everything's $1,000 an acre, you solve for this, what you're processing is $1,000 an acre, then you're going to write offers for $250 an acre, and a few people are going to sign them, and you're going to buy the properties and sell it for $1,000 an acre, hopefully, or some number like that. Mm-hmm. That's the overview. But follow me here. Let's just do a little bit of math. In his 0.002 acre example for $30,000, the price per acre is, crazy, astronomical. It's going to throw your data off. Us data people call that an exception. And so if you think of it as a bell curve, the stuff that's on each side of that bell, you got to get rid of it. And we teach this in the program. Or you can use concierge data, and we'll do it for you. Mm-hmm. So in every data set, I don't care what type of data you're analyzing, there are exceptions. In our cases, with those exceptions, we remove them to get a realistic price per acre. Well, Jack, what happens when there's only one zip code, one or two examples in this per zip code for sold and then you have to guess. Mm-hmm. You have to make an educated guess. Well, that sounds like a lot of work and probably a lot of potential for error. And I want a better answer. Go buy and sell stock then. Get an E-Trade account. It takes about 30 seconds, and then buy some stock and resell it. But here's the thing. You can't buy a $100 share of stock for $25, and which is what we do. We buy a $100,000 piece of land for $25,000 and then go sell it for $100,000. what he's talking about, what David's talking about here, it's hard. It keeps a ton of people out of this business.
That's what I was going to add. That was my last thing.
If you get
That's
this,
why
if this sounds like
this
a
is
lot
not
of work
for everyone.
if this sounds like a lot of work to you, and it's like, oh man, I don't do that. I don't even need to listen to the next episode of this show. I understand.
Well, you know what? Here's what I was going to say. Take it a step further too. Before you send out the mail, continue on the process, and before you send out the mail, do some of what we do, like our spot checking. What do we got? Test for reason. Test for reason, and see if I send it out at this price and it came back signed. Would it make sense? Would I buy it? So then you're staring at a real property, a real APN, and you can go look it up and go, oh yeah, okay, now this one, the way it popped up, it's over in this area. This is a great price. I did it right.
There are software designers, and some of them are former Land Academy members who believe that you can automate everything. And you cannot automate this. I'm here to tell you, because you can't set parameters.
That's going to mess you up right
for the
there.
exceptions. It's very different. Zip code to zip code is very, very different. And so please don't use these pricing tools. You will ultimately end up in every situation with an overpriced mailer. And what do you do about an overpriced mailer?
I hate that. It sucks. It's always easy to add money. It sucks taking it away. Well, yeah, you had an overpriced mailer. Congratulations. Now every person calls you. You might as well have just sent out a neutral letter.
And you do 0 deals.
Yeah. And just say, hey, I want to buy your property. Fill in your number and mail it back.
Can you imagine?
Exactly. I've seen some of those, by the way. I've seen people doing that. People have had, if this price doesn't work for you, write down what does. And I need to save that. And I'm like, who is doing that? I'm like, oh, because it's going to work itself out. But I don't want to come out of the gate like saying, you know what, this is what I think, but whatever you think. Like, well, just a second.
Today's Jack Thursday, and I'm going to talk about where to start in real estate.
I'm just going to sit back here.
This is why you're listening. I actually think that you're going to have a lot to say about this.
Okay.
What do you do? I'm going to ask you, Joe.
Okay.
What do you do when you need to know the answer to something? What do you do? You're sitting around watching TV and your toe hurts and you want to figure out why. What do you do?
Google it.
You Google it. What if your headlight's out and you need to know how to replace it? What do you do?
YouTube.
You go to YouTube. This is what you do before you start in real estate. Go on YouTube and start saying, what do I do to how do I start in real estate?
Yeah.
What you're going to find is a massive amount of information about becoming a landlord. And maybe you're familiar with becoming a landlord or what landlords are because you're a tenant or are a tenant, just like all of us. We were all tenants at one point. Most of us, not all of us. Mm-hmm. And you write that check and it's $1,500 a month or whatever. And you say, wow, if I was getting $1,500 a month for doing nothing, because I've never met my landlord, and every time I call him because the sink's broken, he doesn't call me back, I want to be a landlord. And I want 10 of these things because I want $15,000 a month, and then I can quit my stupid job.
Yeah,
this is a thought process.
Ignore their phone calls like they did to me.
When I started, there was no such thing as the internet, so I couldn't find out that that's stupid. Because I'm telling you, it's stupid. If you want to be a landlord, this is how you do it really quickly. You seek out institutional funding, huge institutional funding, and you go submit offers like we do to 100 plus tenant apartment buildings or office buildings or industrial buildings or whatever, and take a small percentage for doing the whole deal. Get debt financing or equity financing. It's never been easier to get debt or equity financing for real estate because of the internet. And now you own 5% or 10% of a massive amount of real estate, commercial real estate, where there's a tenant manager in place and all of that. And you raise the rent over a few years and you sell it on the same cap rate you bought it because the rent's higher. And your debt or equity position is the same. That's how you make a ton of money as a landlord. You do not almost ever make any money on buying a house and renting it out. In fact, you're going to pull your hair out and probably lose money. You know who makes money on a real estate transaction? The real estate agent. The escrow agent. The escrow agent. The lender.
Yeah, that's true.
The assessor. The
treasurer?
The person who does the appraisal. Appraisers make a lot of money.
That's true.
Everybody makes money except you. And so now you're into a house for a couple of $300,000. You've got a tenant in there who pays rent maybe a few times whenever they want.
Yeah.
You can't really enforce that in a lot of states. Depends on which state you're in. And if you do, it costs a bunch of money. And so your only real hope is to make any money is that, hopefully you're in California where people don't pay rent, but property values go up.
I say, don't worry, but the state will.
It defies logic, yeah.
Rest assured.
So just trust me.
Sit tight.
Don't do that. Everybody starts in real estate.
I don't want that stress. I'm not going to do that. Well, the biggest picture is, can I just say it all goes wonderful. Let's just say, I'm in Southern California. I'm in Riverside. I bought a 4-bedroom house. I paid $500,000 for it. I rent out 4 rooms, and I'm netting on with my mortgage and everything like that. Maybe I'm netting $2,000 a month.
Oh gosh, that's best case.
Right? How long is it going to take me to get what I put in, my $500,000 at $2,000 a month?
Or you finance it.
I'm not going to do that.
You finance it all, and your payment. It doesn't work. The math doesn't work.
Whew.
The only way you make money, believe me, I did all this, and the only way you make money is if the property goes up in value, which in most places in this country it does not.
Right.
California is an exception, especially right now. It all just went up. It's not gonna continue to go up forever.
Right.
Now's a terrible time to buy a house and rent it out. It's never a good time. Every time Joe and I have started down this path, we end up selling the property a month or 2 into it.
Yep.
In fact, we stopped doing it a while ago.
Right. You know what? In truth
Stop
time,
thinking about it.
I'll tell you, truth time, because that's who we are. You know this. We do have one tenant in one thing, and it's because we want to keep it forever. It's It's been long paid for. It's because we don't want to live there right now, but someday we will.
We may, and in my demented accounting way, I have to have life fallbacks. Jill's so tired of hearing this. So if something terrible happens in life financially, that we can just call it. It's in a great location. I would happily live there for years and years and years. Right in Old Town Scottsdale. Yeah, we've lived there. We have lived there. Mm-hmm. So where do I?
Sometimes you might. There's some days that I might have you moving back there.
We have a tenant. To finish this story, thanks, Joe. Finish that story. We have a tenant in there who's like one of Jill's girlfriend's sisters, and she pays rent right on time. And
she never calls us.
Jill's girlfriend's husband takes care of everything. Physical.
It's a little bit of a paying it forward. It works out. Everybody benefits.
And so, in lieu of that, she has like half of market price rent.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Okay.
So wait a minute.
She'll stay forever.
In your story, you said the only way you make money is if the property value goes up. So I got to thinking, if the only way I make money in real estate is the value goes up, even in your huge apartment complex story, you created the value to go up by capitalization rate and raising rents. So wait a second, let's all cut to the chase. I don't want to do that. I don't want to wait 2 years. I don't want to raise rent. I don't want to go raise equity. All I want to do, if that's the way you make money in real estate, is go buy a piece of real estate for a lot less than it's worth today. I don't want to do anything to it. In fact, I don't even want to go visit it.
Correct.
I just want to relist it on the internet, dress it up, put some pretty pictures in there in a description, and resell it for its current market value.
Yep.
So wait, you mean I don't have to have a real estate agent? Nope. I don't have to have an escrow agent. That's up to you. I would recommend having one, but you don't need to do a deal with one. So all I have to do.
I don't have to be licensed.
No, right. Please don't get a license.
Yeah, see?
All I have to do, my whole job in life now, is to buy undervalued real estate and then just go sell it for market value. Yep.
Welcome to Land Academy.
That's how you get started in real estate. That's how you pass everybody else. And welcome to Land Academy. Mm-hmm. That's how you catapult your financial life and how do you buy I get this. Somebody asked me in a bar like 3 days ago, what do you do for a living? I said, I buy land and then I resell it for more. And that disgusts people for some reason.
Yeah.
Try it. Next time somebody asks you what you do for a living, even if you don't, just say, I buy land and I sell it for more. They just get so disgusted with that. I don't know why.
That's just, it'd be like, what if I work for Toyota? You know, what do? I make cars and I sell them at profit. That's not a problem.
Well, that's great, Jack. How do you buy undervalued real estate? By sending out a massive amount of blind offers for 25 or 30% of what the property is actually worth. Mm-hmm. That's how you get started in real estate.
Ding, ding. Thank you.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
You don't have anything to say?
Nope. You know what I have to say? Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow's Jill Friday, and she's going to talk about what to do if you're not a data person. Yikes.
This came up from our team. Remember, this is all week where our team said one of the things that they're talking about is we got a lot of people that say they're a Jill. And they want to be a Jillist, but they don't know what to do about this piece of it. So, because we have very different talents, so I can help you with that.
You're not alone in your real estate ambition. Listen, if you're not a data person,
well, don't steal my thunder.
Then
for
you're
tomorrow.
not a data person. Don't be upset about it.
Right. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Don't steal my thunder. That's what she talks.
Exactly. By the way, thanks for tuning in, and we hope you find our content valuable, and we really do appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please do check out our YouTube channel. You can see the video of this right now, and it's actually comical. And hit the subscribe button. And by the way, if you're a member, don't forget, get us on Discord. You better be there.
We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.